Let's also put my chair up. What is going on, YouTube? We are just getting started with a little Amazon FBA Q&A. As always, we got the TikTok live. But yeah, if you live in another country, say Mexico or Germany or the UK, you can start an Amazon US seller account. Airstick, thank you for sharing the live. Everybody thank Airstick for getting you guys to 20 shares. Now we just got to get to 2K likes and we will go over the AI software that I created for Amazon sellers. I also posted a video about it, my last video that I just posted. So y'all make sure that you go show that one some love as well. I'm going to start posting 4 to 5 videos every day for the next 30 days. So make sure that you guys are tuned in, following the page. What tools are best for Amazon that you recommend? I use Helium 10. That's pretty much all I use. Another good alternative would be Jungle Scout, but you don't need all of them. You just need, if you're doing private label, you need Jungle Scout or you need Helium 10. It's really a personal preference. Lost, good to see you, my guy. Thank you for sharing the live. Lost Sheep and Airstick, I think, are my top 3 TikTok live viewers at the moment. Okay, then I'll be patient. To be honest, that's the hardest part of selling on Amazon. I love that. Yeah, wait. It's a lot of waiting. Yassine, thank you so much for the follow. Nah, Birds, I don't think so, brother. Because it shows me my stats. I know Lost. I think Lost is my #1 TikTok live viewer. Airstick is definitely in the top 5. Sheep is definitely in the top 5 right now. She's not in the live right now, but Iman is also one of my top 5. And I forgot who the last one is. I said Yasin, right? Not Yassine. Did I say Yassine or Yasin? Now I just completely forgot what I said. But nice. I'm glad that I got it right. And then not glad that I completely forgot how I said it. But thank you so much for the follow, my friend Yassine. Okay, okay, that's what I thought. Yassine, my guy. It's all right, brother. I'm used to people getting my last name wrong. Have you ever sold fake plants? Funny enough, I haven't had many failed products on Amazon, but one of the failed products that I have had is a fake plant. So yes, I have. Didn't work out so well. Stacy, thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate you and everybody in the live vibe and asking questions. Do you do 1 keyword per campaign? No, 3. I mean, I do have single keyword campaigns, but usually like 3 to 5 keywords per campaign. No more than 5 keywords in a campaign. Do you teach people how to do Amazon FBA? I'm trying to start. Yes, sir, Yassine, I do, my friend. Obviously, we do these lives for free. Of course, all of my videos that I put out are free. But anybody who wanted a more in-depth guide and to have me as their mentor, we have the AMZ Masterclass Mentorship Program. Artia, thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate you. Yes, tap that screen. It's funny. I was like, did I just pin that? And then I forget that you're a moderator, Airstick. Lost, I should make you a moderator too. You don't actually have to do anything, but why not? You're always in the lives. I have 6 campaigns right now set to launch at the moment. The moment my product goes live, I'm trying to be aggressive and going to spend a lot to get the ball rolling. Bird, that's not the method, brother. That is not the method. You actually want to start conservatively. Conservative bids, conservative budgets, because you don't know how your product is going to convert. and you need to get reviews before you even put those campaigns live. I remember there was somebody who that I knew who went really aggressive on ads. They spent like $6,000 on ads, and their product wasn't converting, and they kept spending and kept spending and kept spending and kept spending. And this is a big misconception with people when they start selling on Amazon, is PPC ads are there to drive traffic. They're there to get you sales if you convert. But your listing is what sells. So you don't know if your listing is going to sell the product until you start collecting data. So you start conservatively. If your ads are profitable right off the bat, then by all means, go all in. But don't go all in before you have data. Huge mistake that sellers make. No, man, I'm telling you, what I just said overseeds the honeymoon period. I don't even care about the honeymoon period, not even a little bit. Because let me put it this way. So many people try to say the honeymoon period on Amazon. But if the honeymoon period was the end all be all of your product, then as soon as the honeymoon period was over, then you wouldn't have a good product. The fundamentals matter much more than that. Submission, thank you so much for the follow. Hey, just joined. What's good, Hill? Got a little Amazon FBA Q&A. Your private label, yes, sir. The best business model on Amazon. Thursday, 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Mark it on your calendars. We'll see if they actually pull through, because this person has told me quite a few times that they're down to debate me, but they have not yet. I mean, they did one time, but that was in 2023. So we're going to have a little debate, private label versus arbitrage. And you guys already know that I've been looking forward to this. I'm so excited. Props to bro if he actually does hop on the live, because most people aren't willing to do that. Why is it even called the honeymoon period? Why not boost period or something? It's not an official thing from Amazon, Sheep. Us sellers created the term. Amazon themselves didn't create the term. Amazon is taking all my commission, and it's like half a cut with ads and stuff. It's not Amazon's fault, my friend. And I do genuinely say this not to be like mean or anything like that, but it's at the end of the day, it's your fault. Like, let me ask you, T-Baller, did you calculate your profit margin before ever placing your bulk order? See what your profit margin was after FBA fees, cost of goods, and shipping. Let's see. I probably turned that person off from the way that I answered the first part of the question, but I really did not mean it in like a malicious way. But too many people come and try to blame Amazon. And I also made a video about this a week or two ago. Yes, this is before I even bought the item. I'm doing the calculations before. Okay, sweet. Good on your part. Now let's go to the PPC ads part. Again, has nothing to do with Amazon taking your money from ads, because I spend a lot of money on ads on this account and all my accounts, and I'm profitable. So what's the issue, my friend? Ads is not the solution to a poor conversion problem. If you're converting poorly on a product, spending more money on ads or keeping your ads running and letting them go and go and go and go and go is not the solution. You need to optimize your listing. You need to push for more reviews. Let me ask you, T-Baller, and listen, you can answer these questions not truthfully. I'm not saying that you would do that, by the way, but you could answer these questions not truthfully, and it's not going to help your situation. So how many reviews do you have on your product? That's actually really insightful. Thank you, brother. Your method would work best for me anyways. When my product goes live, I'll be away from home for 2 weeks with no internet. Got to push for those reviews. Has Amazon even confirmed that this so-called period exists? No, they haven't. That's the thing. Like, sellers will like tell people to completely throw the fundamentals out of the window Meanwhile, like Amazon themselves hasn't said. They've mentioned like boost periods and stuff like that. And like based on all the products that I've launched, I do believe that it is true, Sheep. So I'm not trying to claim that it's not a thing. So let me actually confirm that. Let's fact check that real quick. Let's go to ChatGPT. Ever confirmed honeymoon period exists? I know they've mentioned like boosts before. No, yeah. So they've never officially confirmed the existence of the so-called honeymoon period. Some people call it a myth. Actually, let me read this right now. So this is from a Reddit discussion. So you can only, not calling this fact, but it's a myth. I confirmed this with my Amazon SaaS rep. Honeymoon period is a myth created by some guru. And then somebody else said, def not a myth. New products get juiced organic rankings if you make sales out the gate. Then once your organic rank drops despite nothing changes. In Amazon forums, the idea of a launch period comes with perks like new release badge, which that one's true, of course. Even after one sale, you're no longer eligible for that badge if you pause sales, suggesting that Amazon does track launch timing. But yeah, they've never come out and said that the honeymoon period exists. I do believe that there is like a little boost that you get, but it's not going to be enough to turn a bad product good. So we have to stick to good fundamentals to make a good product good. I answered that. Also, y'all remember, we get to 2K likes. We already got to the shares, and I will show you all something very exciting. Very exciting. It's like 26% margins. Is that good for products? I mean, I like to be at least 30%, and I wouldn't say that it's not high, brother. What do you expect your margins to be? 50%? That's not standard for your very first order. That's not standard for most Amazon sales. That's not standard for most businesses. So going back to it, Amazon is going to take their fee. I like to be at 30%. If I was in your situation, T, I would have continued to negotiate or gotten different shipping quotes to try to get myself to that 30%, or even see if my manufacturer, and this is why I say who and how you learn Amazon from, could be the difference between success or not. Would have seen if they could decrease the packaging, if that would have made a difference in my FBA fees, because I've seen students do that. Sometimes manufacturers take up extra space in the product packaging that's unnecessary. And Amazon isn't measuring your product, they're measuring your product packaging in terms of how to calculate your FBA fees. And then on top of that, my friend, let's go back to how many reviews do you have? How do you contact the manufacturer and the typical language barrier? I mean, just on Alibaba chat, they have Google Translate. So even if they don't speak English, they'll be able to translate every single one of your messages. How's it going? What up, Noah? Good to see you, my guy. How much would you say Amazon boost the listing at? Like 20%? Any number that I gave you, honestly, Sheep, if I'm keeping it real, would just be a guess. But it's not enough for me to not stick to my fundamentals when launching. Like, I'm not like, oh, launch PPC with 0 reviews right out the gate just because of this so-called honeymoon period. Since I'm launching, would it be smarter to do 1 keyword per campaign so I can strictly monitor the budgeting? It's not a bad thing to do, birds, but I would do like 3 keywords per campaign if you really wanted to tighten it. tighten up like where your spend is going. I wouldn't even suggest 5 to you. I'd probably do 3. That's what I'm working on. They really overpacked my latest product. Yeah, it happens sometimes, but definitely try to get them to lower the packaging dimensions. What to do if products is hard to differentiate? I don't believe products are hard. I don't believe that any product is hard to differentiate. You guys could say, you guys have to say like a competitive market. I'm not going to differentiate a product for you, but I could literally differentiate a water bottle. I've done it on live before with a water bottle. So I'm not one who believes that that a product can't be differentiated, especially the way that I do differentiation. The thing is, my manufacturer is not negotiating. After spending 1,000, the profit is 1,000. I mean, that's not bad, number one. Number two, you're at 26% margins. The issue with your Amazon ads, brother, like I said, is your conversion. Again, how many reviews do you have, T-Baller? What percentage of the order should be inspected? Well, all Alibaba inspections are going to inspect 3 to 10. But with the inspection company that I created, we inspect 30%. You're not going to inspect every unit. But you just need a good sample size. So I think 30% is solid. I think even like 10, 20% is solid. At which amount of reviews and sales would you know your product is a fail? That's not really how I would look at it, Christian. I would say like 90, let's call it 80% of people who launch a product on Amazon don't even do enough to optimize whether a product is going to be successful or not. So like, I've said this before, but what is the bare minimum to be an Amazon seller? If you answered selling a product on Amazon, you were correct. The bare minimum to be an Amazon seller is to have a product live on Amazon. So in what world do we think that the bare minimum is going to give us the success that we want? Nobody wants to be average. Some dictionaries define average as less than extraordinary. You think a less than extraordinary product launch is going to be extraordinary successful? So did you make multiple pushes for reviews? Did you optimize your PPC campaigns? Did you optimize your listing? Not just once. Did you do multiple versions of your main image? Did you add A+ content? Did you change the infographics? Did you optimize your title? Did you do multiple A/B tests on Amazon? That's the only way I would consider a product a failure. If I did everything, I went from 20 reviews, product wasn't converting, I go push for another 10, 20 reviews, now I'm at 40 reviews. I have 3 to 5 versions of my main image. We just sold out of our inventory of a brand new product on a brand new account where I'm documenting the journey, taking that account from $0 to $1 million in sales. I'm going to give you guys a little reality check here. That product wasn't converting in the beginning. But what did we do? We pushed for more reviews. We optimized our title. We made 5 different iterations of our main image. Most people will just do one listing and it's all said and done. And they're like, why is my Amazon product failing? It's not. You are. Do you believe in Christ? I do, brother. How about a kitchen rug? I think that's a fun one. That's a good one, Clip. How about we go over it? I do think that one is a good one. I wouldn't ever launch a kitchen rug, to be honest, but I'll still kind of break it down just because there's too many variations. You have size variations, color variations. It almost reminds me of like bed sheets. But when we go on Amazon, hold on, let me do this. I'm going to show you guys. We got to our light goal, so I'm going to show you guys something cool. If we get the mentorship, do we have access to you? Yes, sir. Where do you verify differentiation ideas for a product? I base it on the market, my friend. Numbers don't lie. The market doesn't lie. So I'm going to give you guys like the quick Cliff Notes version of this, because when I actually, YouTube say what up to TikTok, TikTok say what up to YouTube. Because when I'm actually going to differentiate, I do spend much more time than I do when I'm about to show you guys, okay? So, yo, what up, nobody? Without even pulling up the numbers, okay? We see that there are some rugs that are a 2-piece set or a 1-piece set. We see some rugs that are different sizes than other sizes. We see some rugs that are a 3-piece set. We see different materials. We see different colors. We see that not all of these rugs look the same, okay? So what I would come in and do is I would start with my Helium 10 X-ray extension or my whatever product research software I was using. Let's pull it up. Let's turn the brightness up. I would come in here and I would organize it by most revenue to least, and I would start making a list. So, for example, what up, B? So, for example, how many sellers who make more than 10K a month have a 1-piece set? How many sellers who make 10K plus a month have a 2-piece set? How many sellers who make 10K plus a month have a, let's see if we can see one here. I don't think I see one. Let's just say, anyways, a 3-piece set. And I would start tallying that up. I would literally pull out my notes on my computer or my phone, and I would start saying, okay, so we have 49 listings. And then you would count up all the sellers who make 10K plus a month, which for this very overly competitive market that I would never launch in ever, we have 45 sellers who make more than 10K plus a month. And I would start adding it up. Okay, 10 out of 45 have a 3-piece set. 15 out of 30 or 45 have a 1-piece or a 3-piece set, or 2, I don't know, whatever one I didn't say. You get what I'm saying. And then I would start doing the same thing for material. So blank out of 45 sellers have this kind of material. Blank out of 45 sellers have this kind of material. And then I would also go through and see which colors are most popular. So, 5 out of 15 or 45 sellers who make 10K plus a month have a black rug. And then you would go through all of the colors. Now, what you're going to notice is not every seller is the same. Right? So you have some that have a black 2-piece set. You have some that have a who have a, let's see if we can see one, a gray 2-piece set. And I wouldn't launch in this market because there's too many variations. So that kind of voids a little bit what I'm saying here, but you guys will get the point, because there's going to be multiple sellers who have multiple sizes and then multiple colors. Okay. But it'll still give you guys an idea. And then with a product that had bonus items, which I would probably consider a bonus item here, like the extra rugs, I would count up how many sellers who made 10K plus a month who had different bonus items. And then I would start to create a hybrid listing of all of these sellers. It's all based on data. It's all based on what customers on Amazon are already purchasing. And so then maybe I land on launching a 3 or 4-piece rug that is this kind of material, who has this kind of material, and maybe I choose the most popular color or a color that's doing very well. But again, I'm taking ideas from each of the top listings and I'm creating my own, whether that's launching like patterns. Maybe I see that patterns are performing well. And that's how I differentiate for all of my products. But again, a rug, too many variations, so I wouldn't actually launch that product. How many reviews do you have, T-Baller, if you're still in here? It's hard to give you context if I don't have the context, or advice if I don't have the context. The buy box for my product is live. Should I wait until the product is Prime eligible to turn on ads? Yes, you should also wait till you get reviews. Nobody. I'm telling y'all, it's maybe like 5% of people who come into the lives who like find success when they don't really have that many reviews. The other 95% of people come in and they say, bro, my product's not converting. I'm losing money on ads. Why is it? And then I ask them, how many reviews do you have? And then they're like, I have 5 reviews. I have 9 reviews. I have 6 reviews. That's usually how it goes. User 84, thank you so much for the follow. Are you doing private label? Yes, the best business model on Amazon. I just hit 17 reviews today. Let's go. If you can differentiate, a tough market is still doable. I wouldn't. Why would you set yourself up? Nah, bro, I'm not gonna just keep differentiating products for people. I only did that one because it's a very competitive market that I would never launch in. But you guys got to do the differentiation yourselves. I have videos on how to do it. I'm not gonna just give everybody like an easy route, and nor should everybody go and choose to look for the easy route. Because the road less traveled is the road that I want to be on, because that's the road of success. What's the best way to get reviews early on without selling through ads? Vine program is going to be the #1, and then allegedly friends and family. Well, then how is Amazon ads taking all of your money if you haven't even launched, my friend? You got to go watch my video, T-Baller, that I posted yesterday. I posted a video breaking down profits before and after Amazon ads. No, Hamid, I wasn't. No, Hamid, I wasn't talking to you, brother. I wasn't talking to you when I said that. How much reviews do you recommend before PPC? Minimum 10 to 15. No, it is not good to sell water bottles. You guys know my criteria. I literally posted a video 2 days ago going over the exact criteria that I use and teach. If a product does not meet that criteria, I do not sell it. Simple as that. It's not like, it's monkey see, monkey do, y'all. It's not like I'm telling you this criteria, but then I'm using this criteria. If I say it in a video, that is the strategy that I use. Nah, bro, 3K average reviews is wild. If it's not very good based on how I explain markets, because 3K average reviews is not it, my friend. The thing when I say 10 to 15 reviews, by the way, is that's the start. Too many people think, oh, I got 10 reviews. That's all I need to ever push for. You guys, reviews are so important. You have to continuously push for them when you are selling products on Amazon. You never stop. You literally never stop trying to push for more reviews. Ever. Ever, 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 ever. You will see a direct correlation between the more reviews you get and the better conversion. More conversion equals more sales. But yes, Semi, Vine program is going to be one of the best ways to get reviews. I'm not suggesting this. I'm not suggesting it. I'm not saying that I do it, but friends and family is usually one of the top ways as well. I can't suggest that, but I'm just saying. Know the fees for Amazon. I mean, bro, you're getting charged the same fees that Amazon charges everybody. So how are some people successful, but Amazon is taking all of your money? You know what I'm saying? And I'm not trying to like go hard on you, T-Baller. A lot of this is like shifting the mindset. So I hope you don't take any offense to it. This is just how I talk. I'm very unfiltered. But the thing is, we have to take full accountability for everything that happens to us in business. It's never Amazon's fault. It's never Amazon FBA's fault, FBA fees fault. It's never Amazon PPC fault. It's never this person's fault or that person's fault. Take full accountability for everything. Is everyone in Vine eligible when you use brand registry? I don't know what you mean by that. Is everyone Vine eligible? Oh, sorry, I read that wrong. Yes, Sammy. Yes. Stephanie, thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate you and everybody in the live. Remember, y'all, I'm going to start posting for the next 30 days. Maybe we'll do it all year if it's a good month. But for the next 30 days, I'm going to be posting 4 TikTok videos every day about business and Amazon. So make sure y'all are following. I usually will post 1 or 2. I'll call it 2. Some days if I'm busy, 1. But we're doing 4 videos a day, God willing. T-Baller, thank you so much for the follow. What should first month in sales volume and revenue look like? That's not a question that anybody except God himself can answer for you, Noah, because one person may do 3K, one person may do 1K, one person may do 30K, one person may do 10K. It's such a broad range that nobody, like, people can try to give you an answer, but anyone who tries to give you a definitive answer, oh, bro, you need to be making 10K, 5K a month your first month. No, that's not true. So yeah, man, your guys' goal should be just to get proof of concept. If I break even on my very first product, but see a clear path to profitability because I'm pushing for organic rank, my tacos is coming down, that's a W. This is another video you guys got to go watch. I posted a YouTube video yesterday titled, I already forgot what I titled the video, but I posted a YouTube video yesterday titled The Truth About Your First Product Launch or Product You Launch on Amazon. If you guys do not see that video, I mean, that video explains it all. How do you get your reviews without asking people who buy your product? Amazon Vine program. And again, I'm not saying I do this, but friends and family is what I've heard other Amazon sellers do to get reviews. I hear with friends and family, though, if they've ever connected to your Wi-Fi and leave a review, you'll get banned. Yeah, you get flagged, but don't have people who have been on your Wi-Fi. But like, what do you mean when you say push for reviews? Do you mean sending out an email and ask for a review? Well, you can use a request a review tool from Helium and Jungle Scout. They have an automated version of that. You have the Vine program. And again, Airstick suggested it. I'm not suggesting it, but allegedly, friends and family. I had a student who started asking people, he was traveling, and he started asking people at the airport to buy his product and leave a review. How many of y'all are going to push that hard for reviews? I'd say 1% of you, if that. And that's not a diss to anybody. I'm just saying I've never seen anybody push for reviews like I did. This student is probably the closest person I've seen to push for reviews in the way that I did when I started selling on Amazon. I'm talking because I was working for my cousins before I made Amazon my full-time gig, and they would have allegedly, they would have Amazon FedEx, because FedEx used to be Amazon's partnered carrier before UPS, and they would have FedEx drivers pull up to the office to pick up their products, and I would tell the FedEx drivers allegedly to get the product and leave me a review. I think I have to say that every time. I allegedly had the kid who bullied me in high school buy my product and leave me a review. If you had an Amazon account and you had internet, you were eligible to leave me a review, my boy. In fact, I'll tell you another story, because so many people are like, what if they don't like me, or I don't want people to give the evil eye to my business. Man, the evil eye can't stop God's plan, son. You think some hater out there is going to be able to stop God's plan that you have for you? And God wants you to work hard. There was this one, because when I started, I was like 2 years out of high school. No, 1 year out of high school, right? When did I graduate? Yeah, I was 18 when I graduated. But I remember I just had a really big network at the time, because it was a lot of people that I knew. And so, like, again, I would go see people's stories and be like, allegedly, and be like, you're eligible to leave me a review, son. And there was this one girl, and I was like, yo, allegedly, you should get my product, support the business. He said, of course, you're funny, dog. I'm going to get to everyone's question. Don't worry. But I remember I was like, I need you to get my product, allegedly, and leave me a review, and an honest review. And she's like, okay, I have to use my dad's account. I was like, no problem. I'll refund you the whole order, allegedly, and we can get this rocking and rolling. Gets the product, and I was tracking when people's orders were coming in. I counted it to infinity twice. Yeah, all allegedly. It's all allegedly. These are just fiction stories, everybody. Fictional stories. These are not real stories, allegedly. And anyways, so she has her dad buy the product on the account. And when I saw that the order was there after a few days, I was like, yo, what's good? Can you leave me a review? She's like, yeah, I haven't seen my dad. I've been working. We have different schedules. He comes home late. I go to work early in the morning, yada, 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 yada. And I'm like, okay, cool. Let me know. Next day, hey, did you leave that review? No, I already told you that we have different schedules. Okay, sweet. Next day, hey, did you leave that review? I did not care if you never talked to me again in your life. Because here's the thing. The people who I bugged and were my real people, they were going to be my people forever. That's regardless. The people who I bugged and they decided this guy's too annoying, I don't want to talk to them. Thanks for the review. Sayonara, son. So, yeah. Friends and family ain't possible for me, by the way, as I'm overseas. Amazon Vine program. Luke can't suggest it, but I can. Pin that. Costs $15 and I sell for $30 or $35. I mean, bro, you got to get different shipping quotes. There's so many ways that I've made the margins work. Get to 30% margins. You're 4% off. Less than 500 review products will have a lot of new sellers. What are the cons? Well, that's the beauty of it, Hamid. I want a market where new sellers, low reviewed sellers are going to perform well, because why? I'm a low reviewed seller when I launch a product. The only con would be if there was no data on the product for at least a year. I'm staying away from that, because that could be a trending product and that could end worse than better. I want to stay away from trending products. Fred and JV, thank you both so much for the follow. Appreciate y'all. Remember, everybody who's following, I usually post 2 videos every day about Amazon, but this month and the next 30 days, so 30 days starting today, I'm going to be posting, God willing, 4 Amazon videos on TikTok a day. And I'm actually going to tell a story about that. Let me catch up on questions. Keep asking your questions. Let me catch up so I'm not too behind, and we'll get it going. Can you refer a good video editor? Keep finding duds. To be honest, man, I will. Yeah, I can't. No, I don't do OA. Sheriff, I don't like that business model. Actually, stay tuned. If you go into the TikTok live Thursday, TikTok is the same name as my YouTube. Thursday, 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, I'm going to be having a debate with an Amazon arbitrage seller, going over why I think private label is better. He's going to be going over why he thinks arbitrage is better. And we'll see who has the stronger argument. I'm going to predict it right now for anybody who's going to be on that live. Rudy Gobert comment coming soon. Oh, dang. Oh, yeah, we got it. I'm just kidding. Nope, I do private label, Sheriff. So I'm going to predict something right now. The only analytical thing that he's going to be able to say is that you start with Amazon arbitrage for less money. So it's less risk in your capital, allegedly. But that's the one thing that he's going to be able to say. So if you guys do hop into that live on Thursday, God willing, you guys will see. What is the problem with online arbitrage? It's not a bad business model. People make money with it. It's just not the business model for me. I don't own the entity. I don't own the products that I have. It's not a sellable brand. It's lower profit margins, even though with private label, I have to run ads and they still have lower profit margins as me. It's more work. You're creating a job for yourself. It's not as evergreen. So there's a lot of things. Airstick, I can send you a couple of references, brother. I asked you a question about single keyword campaigns. You could do single keyword, but you're going to probably spend a little bit more on testing. If anything, max it out at 3 keywords, Andy. 3 keywords per campaign. How can you trust friends and family? Some just don't support the idea of starting FBA. Cool, then they're not my friend. Simple as that. If you're not down to support the business, and here's the thing, one more thing that I want to touch on that. Don't judge people for lagging, because everybody's got their own stuff going on in life. Like, their top priority is not to leave you, allegedly, a product review. They might have family things going on. They might have work things going on. You don't know what's going on in somebody's personal life, even if they are your friend or family. I started straight with private label, Sheriff. So if people lag for a month, but then they finally leave you a review, then cool, awesome, God bless them. But if they just straight up tell you no, then you're not on my path, brother. I don't need you. I only want people who are winners in my life. What product you sell? I don't share my product. I actually just posted a video like 2-3 days ago why I don't share the products that I sell. How much variations is too much variations? I would say 4. Like, if there's majority of sellers who are doing well with more than 4 variations, not a fan. You must have a lot of drafts then. I do. I probably have like 40 TikTok drafts. I usually like post or record videos for like a week. Kush, good to see you. My guy says, yo, Rudy Gobert, hope you're doing well, brother. Yes, sir. Kush, appreciate you. You can't contact people you know in the States. Don't know anyone in the States, bro. I'm not gonna say that publicly. We'll see, Sheep. We'll see. You need to schedule that live. No, it's allegedly scheduled. I need to stop saying allegedly. I've said it too many times. Now it's like in my vocabulary for this live. But no, I hopped on his live. He had a bunch of people in there, and I purposely, instead of just saying like when we going live, I said, when are we debating private label versus arbitrage? He said, let's schedule a time right now while we're on the live. And so he had a bunch of people in there on the record. So I do think he will. He's a cool guy. The debate's going to be Thursday, 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time is 4 p.m. Central Time, right? 4 p.m. Central. Yes. 4 p.m. Central, 3 p.m. Mountain, 5 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I do believe he will. He's, like I said, he's a cool dude. Nah, Patel, I don't do discounts for the mentorship, brother. What about Amazon affiliate marketing? That's not going to be your main focus, bro. It's not going to move the ball for how you think. You're better off with TikTok Shop. Do you always need FDA approval on supplements? If you notice, bro, I don't have any supplements upstairs. If you notice, supplements will almost always say, these statements have not been reviewed by the FDA. So no, you don't. What are top 3 beginner-friendly categories? All categories are beginner-friendly. The ones that I mentioned, clipping, you had asked that earlier. All the categories that I gave you were beginner-friendly. I would just avoid electronics, consumables, clothes, shoes. That's funny, bro. He says, to be honest, Trump is like 10 minutes away from me at the moment. You think he will leave me a review if I ask him? Something tells me no, but wait, is he? Where are you at? Sheep? If not, okay, do you recommend any supplier openly for supplements? No, I don't. Yo, Luke, what? Because here's the thing, Hamid. It's not like a one-size-fits-all answer. If I'm selling a certain supplement and you're selling a different supplement, our manufacturers likely aren't going to manufacture the same supplement. What up, Maki? What's your background? Born and raised Southern California, but my family is Egyptian, both my mom and my dad. Is it necessary for any marketing outside of Amazon PPC? No, Sheriff, just Amazon PPC. I live in Hog. He is there for NATO Summit, and that's 10-minute walking distance for me. I mean, shoot, there might be a crowd outside. You go ask the crowd, son. Have you ever been to Egypt? Yeah, I have. 4:20 in the morning here in my country, and I can't sleep past, so I saw your live. Let's talk about biz. Yes, sir, Maki. I'm Egyptian too, bro. Let's go, Sheriff. I love it, brother. I love it. That's awesome. Also, if you guys like see me look up TikTok, I'm talking to the YouTube live. YouTube, when you guys are seeing me talk down, I'm talking to the TikTok live, just for reference. And if anybody was confused about that, I do need to get it where it's like this. Well, not covering the YouTube camera, but I need to get one of those little phone stands or whatever you call them. I do have one, but we retired it. It's like $100 phone stand, and it's absolutely garbage. It would always fall during the live. Will you help us find a product? Not well, yes and no, clipping. So the product selection option is more than that. But if you are just in the regular mentorship, you will have access to reach out to me. Unlimited product validation. So we have a little template in the program. I'm actually going to show you guys something right now. Because we got to the light goal. We've just been on a roll with this live, so I haven't gotten a chance yet, but I'm going to show y'all something right now. So YT, I'm going to figure out a way to show you guys without doxing the URL. So hold on. But anyways, lost my train of thought. Yes, you have unlimited product validations. So we have a little template in the program, product name, search volume, average revenue, all this stuff. You send it over and I'll tell you whether it's a good product or not. We have multiple videos going over how to do product research, how to analyze potential products, the whole nine. So yes, in that regard, but I won't select it for you. You got to run some of these questions to the new AI. I'm dying to know what it would say. So that's actually what I'm about to show right now. I need to make sure that it won't dox it on the YT live. Let's see. I think we're good. Sweet. I just have to make sure to not go to another tab. You skipped mine. Sorry, Hamid. No, I didn't skip you. Oh, wait. Have you been to Egypt? Yeah, I answered that. I have. Okay. So I made a video about this. Hop on a call with the team, Patel. They'll be able to, my guy Adam will be able to answer any questions for you about the program for you guys. Adam speaks for me. He's an absolute G. He's also an AMZ Masterclass mentorship student himself. He also sells products on Amazon himself. All right. So I made a video about this. It's my last TikTok video that I made. This is the AMZ Masterclass. Off subject, but did you see Egypt on Trump's list? Man, that list doesn't matter. I'll fly to Greece and then fly to Egypt. There's ways around it, son. All of that stuff is and I'm not here to talk about that stuff, but all that stuff is nonsense to me. All right. So this is the new AMZ Masterclass. I don't know. Allegedly, who knows? Like I said, all of that stuff is nonsense to me, bro. A lot of it is nope. Not even going to give my opinions. I'm not going to give my opinions. Is Amazon Masterclass the link? The go.amz Masterclass. So no, it's the go.amz Masterclass. I'll show you guys. It's in my TikTok bio, Patel, and we'll go over that here in a sec. So just because we've been on a roll this live. New section 8. No, gosh. No, man, it's just that, like, so many things that people, I'll just leave it at this. So many things that people, like, and I'm not saying you, Airstick, by no means. You already know I'm not talking about you. But there's so many things that people focus to, like, put their energy towards and talk about and all of this stuff. Like, man, my cousin texts me every day, 10 times a day, talking about how I have to go get water and gas cans because it's going to be WW3. And I'm like, bro, like, let's just focus on winning. I'm creating a bubble out here. Like, nothing that I see on the, I don't watch the news, but none of the news, none of the nonsense that I see on social media, like, it's all irrelevant to me, man. I've created a bubble in my life. Everything that was going on, no way he said that, bro, like, for real. I've created a bubble to the point of, like, everything that's gone on in California, how everybody talks about how California is this whatever state. Like, bro, I don't feel it. It doesn't affect me because I've created, thank you, God. God has given me a life and provided me an opportunity where, like, it's wallpaper. I don't mind the wallpaper when I walk in the room. Do you always improve a product with the manufacturer before selling it, or do you sell it from the manufacturer? I always differentiate a product. So this is the AMZ Masterclass AI tool. We got to change this, son. It's supposed to say AMZ Masterclass agent. But anyways, so let me show you guys an example of how this works. I'm going to have to type with one finger. What is the product criteria? Criteria. And so we shall wait. So we took every video, every question, every answer that I've given in the our private Facebook group for the AMZ Masterclass, and we essentially built an AI loop, right? So if I've talked about it, the AI will answer it. So AMZ Masterclass product criteria, y'all can take a screenshot of this if you want. I share it. I actually posted a video about it yesterday, so I'd prefer you go show some love to that video. And then it's also going to give you a course reference, and I'm not going to click on it because I can't show the URL. If I move tabs, it'll show the URL to YouTube. But you could click on this, and for students, it will directly take them to that course video. So then let's do this one. Hold on, Hey, I'm new here. Is this for private label? It is. For just a quick second, I'm not going to be able to see your guys' questions because I'm going to try to type normally-ish here. All right, so you guys will be able to see it better in a sec. Just give me one sec. So does this product meet the criteria? It will literally be able to validate products for students. So we'll do product name. We're just going to make up numbers. What do we say? We'll just do AirPod case, search volume, 10,000. We'll say average price, $11. We'll say average revenue. We'll just say $25,000. We'll say average reviews, 11. Actually, let's do this. Let's say 4,000. and then we'll say 2 out of 5 sellers under 200 reviews make 10K a month. And then we'll let the AI do its work. Here's the problem, Maki. We can actually compare. If you want me to, we'll compare it. ChatGPT cannot do what this does because ChatGPT doesn't have the AMZ Masterclass product criteria in its database. In fact, if I asked ChatGPT if this was a good market to sell on Amazon, I almost guarantee that it would say it is a good product to sell on Amazon. Not only that, it can't say what is the product criteria because ChatGPT doesn't know what my product criteria is. ChatGPT is not going to be able to properly tell you how to differentiate a product based on the criteria that I use. Are you speaking slow or is it my internet? I was speaking slow. Would it not be possible to give AI access to Helium 10 to do product research itself? Stay tuned. So look, based on the product criteria from the AMZ Masterclass, hence why ChatGPT will not do this. This product does not meet the criteria. And then it's also going to give you all of the reasons why and course guidance. So really quick, let's actually do this. Stop sharing. We're going to go here. I'm going to show you guys just to prove, not to prove anyone wrong, just to prove myself right. So let's go to ChatGPT. And let's hide my chats. And then let's go here. Share the screen to YT again. Okay. So let's show you guys. I'm going to copy and paste. Really quickly, we'll just, instead of saying, does this meet the criteria, because it won't know what we're talking about, is this a good product to sell on Amazon? He said, don't hide the chat. Also, it's actually not fair. I just realized this is my ChatGPT. I think somebody should use their ChatGPT because I've trained my ChatGPT. But anyways, it says, probably not, unless you can launch with a truly distinctive angle, which still is not true, because even if you can launch with a truly distinctive angle, I wouldn't. But yeah, I forgot that I've trained my ChatGPT. So I would implore you guys to all go ask that yourselves, because my ChatGPT kind of knows who I am. It knows. In fact, if you guys go ask ChatGPT who is Luke Basha, it'll tell you. He says, don't hide your chats. Everyone have chats with GPT. That's funny. But also, like I said, it'll have with the new AI, every single thing that I've ever said about Amazon to a T is in that AI software. That is what sets it apart from ChatGPT. It's also a smart agent, just like ChatGPT, so it'll be able to expand on thoughts as well. Luke, what if I see new sellers with under 50 reviews doing 10K plus a month? Like I said, I mean, at the end of the day, Hamid, you're a free man, so you could launch it, bro, but I'm telling you that I wouldn't launch it. No way that you spin it would make me go launch the product. But you could go find out, you know what I'm saying? If you made that much money, why are you not keeping the sauce? How do you think I learned how to sell on Amazon, T-Baller? Let's ask that question. How do you think that I've been able to continuously expand on my Amazon knowledge over the last 6 years? I'm genuinely asking. I can wait for an answer. I will wait for his answer, but I have 3 products I'm interested in launching. Should I try to launch all 3? No, one at a time. He says, I don't know. Well, my friend, I learned from other people who were selling on Amazon. My cousins, when they didn't have to, they would have made more money from me staying at their company because I was the manager of the company. In fact, I was just texting my cousin today, and let me tell you guys, let me show you guys this. I was such a G at work, but he did a split test where he timed his team, and he didn't tell them that they were timing the team. It took them, let me see this. It took them 10 minutes and 15 seconds without them knowing that he timed them to create or to pack 20 units. When he told them that he was timing them, 5 minutes and 6 seconds. I was such an all-star employee for them, you don't even know. But they took time out of their day. They lost their manager to teach me how to sell on Amazon. Everybody else that I learned about how to sell on Amazon from, they were Amazon sellers who also taught. If you notice, and also, me telling you guys all of this doesn't affect my business. There's tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of products, different variations of products that people can go find and sell. I have 300 mentorship students. Not one of them has ever been like, Luke, we're going to launch this product, and me think, oh man, that's my product. And even if they did, God bless them, because their differentiator would probably be differentiator from mine. Send to screenshot now. Chat knows. Let's go. Yep, that's what I'm saying. ChatGPT knows who I am, son. All right. We've given over an hour. That was a long live. We've given over an hour of value of sauce. So now, because I give an hour of free value, everybody's going to have to stick around for this. Oops. Also, Airstick, one of the mentorship students. Shameless plug. You already know the vibes. If you guys like the lives, if you guys want to learn all of the methods from A to Z that I use, and to have me as your mentor and have direct access to me to answer any questions that you guys have, go check out the AMZ Masterclass Mentorship Program in the TikTok bio. You guys could read through this, everything that comes with the program. We're going to actually have to add AMZ Masterclass AI down here. But you can see everything that comes with the program. And if you guys are interested, you would click yes, I want to apply. You would go through this very, very quick application process, actually fill it out properly. I'm just showing you guys how quick it can be. And this part, because I'm not going to dox my information. And then let's actually go back to YouTube, because YouTube never gets to see this part. So we're going to go back to YouTube so that they can see. And if you guys qualify for the program, which not everybody qualifies for the program because we deny about 90% of applicants, you will be prompted to this page here where you're going to be able to select the time, book a call with my guy, Adam. Adam is the AMZ Masterclass onboarding specialist. He's a student and an Amazon seller himself. He'll be able to answer any questions that you guys have about the program. So on that note, everybody, we've been live for over an hour and I'm hungry. So I hope you all have a blessed night. Make sure to go show some love to my last few videos and make sure to go check out the AMZ Masterclass Mentorship. Hope everyone has a blessed day, blessed night, and I will see you soon. YouTube, God bless y'all, and I will also see y'all soon.